Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for watching this blogcast. I want to share with you an article that I read in Harvard Business Review, the May-June issue, by Jennifer and Gian Piero Petriglieri. That's a mouthful. It was called the title, The Talent Curse. And the authors posited the following problem. Excuse me for reading part of this. I want to make sure that I get it right. What they said is, with regards to future leaders, when people are groomed as future leaders, they often feel trapped by others' expectations and fixate on proving themselves worthy. Sometimes they end up blandly conforming to their organization's established leadership ideal and losing their edge. Sometimes they leave altogether. We've all seen that happen, depriving themselves of an opportunity and the organization of their talent. We've seen so many people leave that are so talented, and we wonder, what in the world happened? Why in the world did they leave? So their remedy they came up with, and again, it's a long article. This is a summary from that. The remedy is high potential struggle with the talent curse again and again as they take on new roles and challenges. But they can grow from the experience by accepting the help they need to thrive, bringing all facets of themselves to the job, not just those that say leadership material, and treating the present like a final destination. So yes, I agree. We are all responsible for what goes on within our world. Looking at ourselves and saying, am I doing what I'm possibly doing to help myself grow? There's so many programs out there, from motivational programs to process-oriented programs to help us get better and better and better. There's communications programs, there's human relations programs, a ton of stuff. In a company that I do some work with, they even put in within their culture something called work on yourself. They imbue this within their organization. They expect people within their organization to be very proactive on working on themselves. But the key point here is that it is part of their culture. And it's my belief that it's the organization's responsibility to create a culture where people can feel good about expressing themselves, about being able to speak straight, to put themselves in a position where they can listen generously. All these behaviors, all these proactive things that a person can do can also come from corporate behaviors, the corporate culture. Many years ago, I attended a workshop in Dallas, Texas, when I was in the lighting industry, and I went to a workshop that was put on by a fellow who was in the recruiting business. Now, this was about over 30 years ago, so the technology we have today is a lot different than we had back then. And he started out his conversation, his presentation, with something like this: there's no such thing as a bad employee, but there are a lot of bad employers. For every bad hire you make and turn over, I can find an employer that will find a way to help that person thrive. Just think about that. Think about the paradigm shift that's going on there with the way in which he's addressing this situation. He's putting the responsibility squarely on the employer's shoulders, which he should. It's our company, and if we want to invest in somebody, we have to make sure every single tool is there for that person to thrive. That was about 30 years ago, as I said, and that had a tremendous impact on me. As a matter of fact, it's one of the reasons I actually got out of the lighting industry and got into the business I'm in today, because the ability to help people in ways that I wish I had been helped, but the ways in which to help people actually thrive. The point being that each company has a responsibility to create a culture where the expectation of each and every associate is to be successful, to thrive, and grow. And by the way, not just future leaders. Aren't all our people future leaders? Aren't all our people deserve success and deserve to thrive and deserve to grow to whatever level they want to? And it's our responsibility as business owners to create that environment so that they can grow. So what do? From the hiring process all the way through to the performance management process, you coach and you coach and you coach. Now, does that mean that the individual we're talking about isn't accountable? Of course they're accountable. And there comes a point where maybe we need to have a different discussion. But you don't have that different discussion until you know you've done everything you possibly can to help that employee thrive. Thank you for listening, and I hope to talk to you soon.